This one key concept is what dramatically shifted the trajectory of my business and my life as a whole. So let's talk about it. Hey there, my name is Wacek. I am the CEO and founder of Landscape Marketing Pros, currently generating about 25,000 bucks monthly recurring revenue. And for those who've been around the channel a period of time, normally I'm in my office, and I'm actually traveling at the moment. I'm at a resort on the beach, which is really cool, being able to kind of work from wherever and also to be able to afford to stay at a place like this. I have a seat right here. Excuse the mess, kind of everything's just set down and started working. But this key concept, if that's all you wanted for this video, is solving your client's problem. It's easier said than done. It's a whole lot easier said than done, but hopefully the AC in the background isn't too loud. We would definitely be out here on the balcony, but there is construction going on right there. You can probably see the tower crane, and it's really loud. So hopefully the AC in the background isn't too much noise. But I cannot stress how much better my life has gotten as a result of going into a sales conversation with a prospect that's looking to purchase my agency services. So we basically have an SEO-based program and then an ads-based service program. The SEO includes website and helping them get more reviews as well. But this is what took my business from being stuck at about 6,000 bucks monthly recurring revenue, and I was stuck there for about 6 months. And yes, there is some seasonality with landscape marketing. It's very, very, very high demand during the fall and winter, and then it kind of slows down in the spring, summer, which is actually perfect because I was able to take a little bit of time, like I am right now, to travel, but then also even just be able to enjoy the summer instead of having to be at my computer 6 days a week or whatever. And then part of that's because I like to really do this stuff, but when the weather's nice, I want to be outside enjoying it. During that time period from May last year, 2021 to November, when I finally started signing clients like crazy, it was so miserable. I'm a person that wants to constantly grow, and now I understand, of course, there's the seasonality that comes with it, but I still want to be able to be advancing and have a very strong business that brings in a good chunk of change every single month, that of course delivers amazing results to the clients, but also pays me well enough so that way I can live a good life for myself and be able to reach some of my goals. I've literally actually rented this car right here, this Porsche 911 Carrera, just for a day, nothing crazy. I'll put in a couple clips here. When you can go into a sales conversation knowing that you can solve their problem, because they're coming to you with a problem, obviously, because some of the things that we do in our sales language, check out the sales funnel video if you kind of want to understand that. But they're already coming to us realizing that, hey, we're stuck at 200,000 bucks a year, 300,000 bucks a year. They want to grow to 500, 750 million, whatever the number is. They're over here, there's a big canyon, and then there's a bunch of clients that they want right here. They're going to buy their services. So for example, this is with landscaping companies. They want to have customers that come in and spend 5 or 10,000 bucks or more on their backyard. And so we are basically the company that builds that bridge that connects those two together, and they help cross that big canyon. And that is what we do. We sell them that bridge. It's as simple as that. Instead of selling them a drill and the features of the drill and how fast it spins, like talking about SEO rankings during your sales session, and this is speaking from experience, I did all these things. Everything I talk about in my videos where things took forever and they didn't go well, I did things wrong, and that's because I did all these things, and it's why it took 6 years to build this business to kind of where it's at now. And I think I should be a whole lot further along, but you live and learn. There's no way to learn this stuff. That's why I do these videos, so that way someone in the future could watch this and hopefully avoid some of the pitfalls I had to encounter. But going into these conversations, knowing you can solve their problem, because one, you have great fulfillment in place, you know how to do SEO, you know how to build websites, you know how to run ads, or you have a good white label provider. That stuff all comes into play. You gotta be able to deliver. But when I know that my sales conversation is going to convert this person, and I'm not just wasting my time trying to pitch SEO to them, it's just a sigh of relief. It really, really is. And I kind of explain how much easier life is going into strategy sessions. I'm not nervous for them anymore. I don't have to waste time pulling up a ranking report. I don't even look at their website. As long as I have one, I might just glance at to see if they're already working with an agency, because usually an agency puts their name at the bottom, but I barely even look at the website. We follow the conversation, and we solve their problem. If they want to have us solve their problem, they pay usually right then and there on the strategy session, where you have the whole setup with Stripe and all that sort of stuff. So things are all integrated. It's very easy for them to do business with us. But that's it. That's one of the biggest things that helped me shift things. Obviously, I put a ton of time into fulfillment and in the early years, figuring all these things out, learning SEO, learning web design, learning all this sort of stuff. And of course, I know all about my industry that we work in with landscaping, because I've worked in it and I had a business in it, and I understand that market. I understand the customers that purchase landscaping services. I understand that very, very well. And when you know all those things and then you combine it with sales, boom, it all works. And it's just absolutely incredible because I mean, I'm sitting right here at this resort, the cost was insane. I was able to use some credit card points and that stuff to make it be a whole lot more affordable. But I mean, this has just dramatically changed my life. When you can solve their problem, your life will become a whole lot easier too, because you're gonna have a lot more sales coming in and actually be at the point where there are leads that come in. I'm like, I don't even care about closing them. And when you have that, when you have that kind of abundance mindset, I know on YouTube, you type that in, there's a whole lot of stuff that's gonna come up. But when you look at it from a business sense, it makes your life a whole lot easier. It is so much easier. So what I highly suggest doing is checking out the video. If you're just getting started, you don't have any clients, watch the video I posted on how to get your very first client. Kind of shows a unique strategy to go into it, especially if you can afford to put some of your disposable income into building this business and be able to then turn that into something very, very profitable over the course of the first few months in business, really. And it's absolutely incredible how much you could grow these businesses and how much you could scale, how much profit you can make compared to like starting a restaurant or a construction company. So check that video out. It'll be linked probably down below as well. And if you're someone who's looking to get additional resources, there are a couple things that I am working on right now. At the time of filming this, mid-May, I don't have anything available yet, but they'll be linked in the description below as well as the pinned comment. And also be sure to join our Facebook group because I'll probably make an announcement there as well when those are released. So if you're watching this in the future, 2-3 months, maybe 6 months, maybe even a couple of years from now, those will probably be available and linked in the description. But just know, I do have an agency that actually produces the numbers that we do. I've done multiple videos showing you guys the recurring revenue my agency produces, not like the trading, that sort of stuff. So just want to convey that because there's a lot of that stuff that goes on and I'm not really a big fan of it. I want to show you guys what it's actually like to build these businesses and have that coming from someone who is actively involved in building this business. So if you enjoyed this content, appreciate if you went down below, dropped a like, and also be sure to follow me on Instagram. I share a lot of stuff, like especially with travel and whatnot, where I don't have time to do a full YouTube video. I share it on Instagram. So be sure to check that out there. If you have questions on anything I covered, be sure to comment down below or even heck, shoot me a DM on Instagram. I try to answer as many as I can. I may not get to it right away because a good amount do flow in. I do have a business to manage and everything, but follow me there, comment down below your thoughts, subscribe, smash the bell for notifications so you know when all the newest content comes live and also when these new resources and training will be available, because I'll probably do a video announcing it in the coming weeks. So with that said, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.